if you can give one lesson or one particular insight for someone that is looking to begin a business, what would that be based on your experience
Wow.
that you could distill? Just one simple insight.
Okay. Okay. So I work with and have worked with hundreds of startups.
Yes.
The number one thing I tell them is find out what your blind spots are.
Mm.
The reason why 80% of these companies fail, these startups, is because the majority of the founders don't know their blind spots. And if they've heard of them, they have not acknowledged them and they have not dealt with them. And so blind spot is typically, and I do this with founders all the time, either your significant other, your family members,
Right.
or really close friends that say, hey, you always do this. And you're typically, no, I don't. You don't understand me. Nah.
That's right.
And typically these are blind spots cause you to make decisions based on something emotional that's going on. And you always misinterpret or misdiagnose the situation, and your blind spot steps in and you make a bad decision.
Mm.
So I've studied a lot of founders that have risen to the top and then they've sunk because they did not acknowledge their blind spot. I would say, Steve Jobs was a perfect example when he got fired. And then, he came back, was much more humbler,
Right.
and he did really well. But I've seen, one of the founders of Uber, same thing, right? And if you can figure out your blind spots, acknowledge them, and then find someone that is very close to you that can say, oh, your blind spot's kicking in now, be careful. It
That's
will
one.
probably reduce your potential of failure by 50%.
I agree with you, brother. One of the things to also leverage what you just said, I try to share with anyone that I coach from an executive perspective or businesses regarding that blind spot. We all have a shadow side.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them to basically implement and develop a personal board of directors.
Mm.
And as you talked about, someone or a network that will help you see things that you cannot see and give you a different perspective. But that's a heck of a insight and a tidbit.